It's a big night of high school sports in our community. The News 8 Highlight Zone starts now.
Good evening, I'm Greg Wavernick.
And I'm Brian McLuhan. Onalaska begins the night tied for first in the MVC, but a tough road lies ahead of these final 3 weeks of the regular season.
Hilltoppers have to face the teams with the top 3 records in the conference. It all begins going on the road. The Central team eager to bounce back from last week's loss in Sparta. On Central's first drive, Johnny Davis keeps it himself, and that's going to pay off. 22 yards as he goes in untouched for the score, and the Red Raiders go up 7-0. But Onalaska responds. Alex Franzini would punch it in from inside the 5, ties it up at 7. Both teams leave the half tied at 14. Third quarter, Anna's Austin Larson looking for Landon Peterson, and he's going to make a great catch. But offensive pass interference call takes away the TD. Fourth quarter now, Onalaska takes control. Austin Larson to Ray Holmen for 27 yards. That one's going to count. 31-14, Hilltoppers lead. Back
Here comes the Red Raiders.
Johnny Davis to Jamar Davis. Now a 10-point game. Defense holds to get the ball back. Steven Cross knocks it in from a yard out. 2-point conversion is good, and it is now a 2-point game. Central defense would hold again.
Oh, here we
so
go.
We get one last
Here we
play.
go.
Johnny Davis rolls right, launches it in the air.
Oh!
Jordan Davis.
That's twin power.
Central overcomes a 17-point fourth-quarter deficit, and they win 35-31.
Well, I can't beat that one, but the other first-place team, Holmen, hosting a Logan team needing to win out in order to make the playoffs. Vikings' first possession, Ryland Wall, play action, drops a perfect pass to Jaden Shear, 25-yard touchdown, 6-0 Holmen. Now, Holmen is a running team, but would you look at that? Another pass by the Vikings. This one to Kyle Cable. 13-0 Holmen in the first. Logan, they're going to catch a break, though. Holmen backed up near the goal line. Fumble, Rangers will recover. They'll have a chance to cut into that lead, so we're going to switch sides for the second quarter. Calvin Maven keeps it himself, gets it around the edge, and will score 13-6 game. However, Holmen will hold on for the 41-20 win. So West Salem looking to stay in the conference championship chase. They host Sparta. West Salem leads 7-0 at the half. Third quarter, handoff to Brendan Holt. Usually that's a good idea. Dives across the goal line, puts the Panthers up 14. Fourth quarter, Sparta on the move. Nick Church gets the handoff on the end around. Down the sideline, will step out at the 5 before diving for the pylon. That's okay, because Cole Wisniewski will help his buddy out. QB keeper crosses the goal line, 14-6 game. The Panthers put together a good drive. They get down to the 2, handoff to Holt again, another TD for number 44. West Salem will win this one 21-6.
One more MVP game tonight. Aquinas going on the road at Tomah to win 14-10.
With only 5 conference games, there is little room for error for Cooley Conference teams to make the playoffs.
That's the case tonight between a pair of 1-1 teams. Arcadia at GET. Loser of this one will need to win its final 2 games in order to finish with a winning conference record to make the postseason. Third quarter, GET leading 16-0. Arcadia goes to the air and they can't connect. Redhawks defense keeping the Raiders off the scoreboard. Same score in the fourth quarter. GET trying to kill some clock, but the ball is fumbled and recovered by the Raiders. Caden Boberg eventually coming up with it. Fourth down, Chase Hatzner's pass knocked away by Peyton Wood. Redhawks take over on downs, and that was a story tonight. GET's defense pitching a shutout to win 22-0.
First place in the Cooley, Westby making the trip up north to take on Black River Falls. The very first play of the game for Westby, Joe Armbuster takes this one to the house for the quick strike through the air on the throw from Alex Gluck. 2 minutes later, it's Gluck again launching this one downfield. This time finds Devonta Spears for the score. After a Westby interception, Norseman in the red zone yet again. Austin Mowry bounces one out to the outside to put Westby up 3 scores. Westby with the shutout win, 63-0.
And another Cooley Conference score, Baroqua, a 42-0 winner.
Big game in the SWC, Prairie du Chien at home to take on Platteville. Prairie du Chien's QB Gavin Gillitzer kicks off the scoring by throwing a bomb down the sideline to Mason Kramer, who marches it in for the touchdown. Same players, same result as Gillitzer finds Kramer again for the score. They obviously like each other in this game. PDC up 13-0 in the second quarter. Close out a shutout half for PDC Reed. Koenig gets the interception. Prairie du Chien wins 27-6.
Coming up, more highlights on to come, including a state-ranked battle involving three-time defending state champion Caledonia.
Welcome back to the News 8 Highlight Zone. First big test of the season for three-time defending state champion Caledonia.
Warriors 4-0 and ranked number 1 in the state in Class 2A. They go on the road to take on 4-0 and number 7 ranked Chatfield. Warriors' first offensive play from scrimmage. Noah King drives the ball downfield, and watch Tate Miners make the one-on catch. 51-yard
catches tonight.
However, that drive would stall shortly after. Scoreless game mid-second quarter, 4th and 1. Caledonia runs the fake punt. Evan Denstad runs and picks up the first. Caledonia reaching the red zone. However, King scrambles, going to throw the ball, but gets picked off by Ben Roline. Still a 0-0 ball game. Ensuing Chatfield drive. Nick McCabe sacking the quarterback. No touchdown as the QB was ruled down before the fumble. However, it would force a punt, and just a few plays later, King to Miners, 17 yards. Caledonia carries a 7-0 lead at halftime. King and Kyle Kavanaugh each with pick sixes in the second half. And number 1 ranked Caledonia wins 20-0.
Winona moving up one spot to number 2 in the state after last week's win at Mankato West. They host Rochester Century. First quarter, no score. Rochester quarterback Aaron Martinez is brought down. 2 guys there for the sack. Winhawks force third down. Winona's next drive, down 7, Jackson Nibelink decides to take a shot deep, and he finds Ethan Ringo down the sideline. He goes 68 yards, and the Winhawks tie the game at 7 apiece. Winona will win this one 44-28.
Let's check out more scores in Minnesota. Rushford-Peterson winning 56-12. La Crescent Hoka getting shut out. Number 1 ranked Spring Grove, a 49-16 winner. Excuse me, Houston, a 54-46 double overtime winner. Well, the final 2 teams without a loss in the Dairyland meetup tonight.
3-0 Cochrane Fountain City at 3-0 Melrose Mindoro Mustangs enter this meeting as the 3-time reigning conference champion. Melman up 20-7 on CFC. Driving yet again, James Pullins makes the fantastic grab over a defender in the red zone. Mustangs will capitalize. Brent Gertis running between blockers for a rushing touchdown. 27-7 Melman up. And they will win this one 61-20. And what a night in DeSoto Homecoming, and the football team returns to the pit for the first time in over 2 years following a flood in 2016 that had destroyed the field. So awesome pictures there. DeSoto will get off to a hot start as QB Caden Petretti finds Trevor Revhan, who easily makes his way into the end zone. The aerial attack would not end there for DeSoto as Petretti finds a beautiful ball to Kyler Kuhnke, who puts DeSoto up 12-0. A little trickery for the very next play. DeSoto goes for 2. With the whole formation on one side, Petretti decides to keep it himself, muscles it in for the conversion, and DeSoto will win 56-6.
Scored 32 points in the first quarter. PepinAlma in non-conference action, hosting a Hurley Midgets team traveling 4 hours for this game. Opening kickoff for the Eagles. The kick hits off a Hurley player, recovered by Tommy Wheeler, so the Eagles football. On the first drive, they go for it on 4th and short. It's Wyatt Lernertz getting the toss. He reverses field, but comes up short on a first down. Hurley defense holds, and every stop that they got was a big one because Hurley would go on to win this one only by 2, 36-34. Well, coming up, the final weekend of the baseball regular season is here. Can the Brewers make up any ground on the first place Cubs? Welcome back to the News 8 Highlight Zone. It's time for our play of the night.
I don't think there's any question on this one. Let's go back to probably the game of the year so far. Onalaska and Central. Red Raiders quarterback Johnny Davis. One last heave to the end zone. Jordan Davis comes down with it. It's because they've been practicing those alley-oops all basketball season. Of course that's going to happen. They come back from a 17-point comeback.
We are out of time. Have a happy and safe Oktoberfest weekend.